Mr. Lee Fok San, Chairman of BCA, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Very happy to join you this morning to open the BCA Skylab and its academic tower. Singapore has undergone a tremendous transformations since independence. Started off with rural kampongs, many of them squatters, and overcrowded urban slums, transformed over the years into a vibrant city with world-class infrastructure. In the early years, we built housing, essential infrastructure, to meet the basic needs, support a growing population, roads, houses, utilities. But as our economy developed, our building activities grew in scale and in complexity. Now, we also pay attention to environmental sustainability and to the productivity of the construction industry. We have the Green Mark scheme, developed by BCA as a standard for green buildings, which has been adopted by buildings in 80 cities around the world. Today, about 1/3 of our buildings are green, which makes us one of the greenest cities in the world globally. Our target is to reach 50% by 2020 and 80% of our buildings by 2030. It's an ambitious target, but we are getting there. The BCA Skylab that's opening today will play an important role in our environmental sustainability drive. We built it in collaboration with the Lawrence Berkeley National Labs in California, which is renowned for its R&D in building energy efficiency. It's the first of its kind in the world, a high-rise rotatable lab for the tropics. And the lab is on a turntable, so it can rotate to simulate different building orientations and to test technologies under real-world conditions. And it's plug and play. You can put in different systems to mimic the layout of a different actual building, the air cooling, the sun shading, the lighting, the usage of the room inside, and then test out airflow, temperature, lighting, energy consumption. It's a place where academia and industry come together. NUS, NTU, SUTD, Temasek Poly are all collaborating with BCA and with the industry. If successful, these ideas can be commercialized and can help us achieve our green building goals. The lab has garnered a lot of interest. In fact, it's garnered so much interest, it's fully booked until the end of 2018. So we now are getting state-of-the-art hardware, but we also need to upgrade our software, how we build, how efficiently we build, whether we are productive, whether we are building safely, whether our work, the product, is of high quality. We have some ways to go in terms of productivity. Our construction methods are still labor-intensive and time-consuming. Today, we have 350,000 foreign construction workers, and it's not sustainable for us to keep on relying heavily on low-skilled manpower. BCA is working at this, is driving adoption of more productive construction technology, for example, using the approach of design for manufacturing and assembly, and using Building Information Management Systems, BIM. So you study this, you can simulate it, and then you can build it like Lego. Manufacture off-site in an automated setting, and then bring on-site and assemble pieces together efficiently, safely, productively. We are gradually making progress. Our construction productivity has been increasing in the recent years by about 1.3% per year over the last 7 years since 2009. And we must continue to do better because we have many more projects, but we have people constraints. And the more productive we are, the better our architects, our contractors, as well as our technicians and our construction workers can put their efforts and produce results instead of generating work which then needs to be reworked, which is expensive, delays, and unproductive. At the same time, we must do much better in terms of workplace safety. We still have far too many workplace incidents, accidents, fatalities, including in the construction sector. We've been focusing on this over the last decade. Our numbers have been improving. Per 100,000 workers, the fatality rate has come down. 2004, it was nearly 5 fatalities per 100,000 workers per year. Now we've brought it down more than half to 1.9 fatalities per 100,000 workers per year. Specifically, this is a issue for the construction industry because the construction industry is still a major contributor for fatalities and major injuries. The number of non-fatal major workplace injuries have come down, but the number of fatalities in recent years has remained about the same. So overall, we've got to do better. This year, in fact, the number of fatalities have gone up, and MOM is monitoring this carefully and will step up its efforts to improve workplace safety. And we need the help from the industry, from contractors, from builders, and from the architects and the designers. Design the process to build safely and then execute the plan safely and responsibly. Every life lost is too many. And when we push for higher productivity, it cannot be at the expense of safety. To improve productivity and safety, we have to focus on upgrading our people, developing them, their skills, their competencies. We need professionals who understand our needs, who have mastery of their skills, and who can work together with the rest of the team in Singapore's environment to make it work. I'm glad BCA has been focusing on developing our workforce and talent, keeping its curriculum up to date with the latest technologies. Recently, they introduced new specialist diploma programs in construction technologies, which I mentioned earlier, design for manufacturing and assembly, virtual design and construction, and lean construction. This academic tower, which we are opening, will give education and training a further boost. It emphasizes a need to design for human beings and their requirements. And this tower is a living lab for students to experience firsthand how a building interacts with its occupants. For example, students can view the exposed piping and ducting, learn how live mechanical and engineering systems work. It also incorporates universal design features, wider steps so that elderly can use a quad stick for support when they go up and down the stairs, braille and tactile information and on handrails to help the visually impaired find their way around, lower handrails for children also to be able to use the steps. These are important aspects because ultimately our buildings are more than bricks and mortar. They reflect the ethos of our society: efficient, practical, forward-looking, a society which wants an environmentally sustainable and safe urban environment to live in, a society where we care for one another, are sensitive to one another's needs, and aspire to be inclusive and to bring everybody along in our journey. Then we can have good buildings, well-built, efficiently built, safely built, meeting human needs, showing off a modern city to be an element of the endearing home that all of us share. So I congratulate the BCA on the opening of the Skylab and the academic tower once again. Make good use of this and show Singapore what you can do. Thank you.